Everybody, and welcome to my live broadcast once again. You already know your host. My name is Roddy. So, tonight we're going to talk about marriage and relationship. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. Don't forget, I am broadcasting on TikTok and YouTube. So, whenever you miss my live broadcast on TikTok, you can always... Ikem, I see you. Long time, Ikem. I've not seen you for some time. Miss Mendes, good to see you, my sister. I miss you, my sister. I've not seen you for some time now. For over, how many? A week. Ikem too. I've not seen Bosco too. Bosco, Ikem, and Star too. Many people have not seen. I don't know. I guess you guys are busy making money. So, man, I just came out to spend time with you. I'm on Facebook, but I don't broadcast live on Facebook anymore because each time I make a broadcast, you see them flag my content, my live video. So the whole thing seemed like a wasted effort, like me laboring in vain. So I decided to be, broadcasting on YouTube. Sugar Cut, I see you, my sister. Good to see you once more. My Facebook account is there, my Facebook page is there. I'm posting every now and then, but I'm going live mainly on... Oscar, I see you, Oscar. I see you big time. Good to see you, bro. How is life in UK? One day I will come and see you guys in UK, Oscar. You are just living your life. You forgot us. You saw the match we played, the African Cup of Nations we played last Sunday. Man, if you see crowd of African people, children, the new generation, you will not believe it. Vienna has changed. If you see the crowd of people, man, one need to go out every now and then to see changes. To be honest, Vienna has changed. I'm not telling you a lie. Vienna has changed. We fought a good battle. TikTok matchmaking, I don't know about it. I don't know about it. Bringing people together, finding lovers or things like that. I don't have idea. What I'm good at is telling stories. Also here, people can also get to... I do what I can. People are good. People can get their life partner on my page. You understand me? So this evening, we are going to talk about marriage and relationship. I may have to try it, but let's see. I don't want people to put their blame on me. Say, I brought them together with somebody who... Well, we are going to talk about all these things this evening. We are going to talk about marriage and relationship. And next year, Oscar, next year is going to be, it is yearly. All these children that were born in Vienna organized it. All these children that were born... Boy, if you see the new generation of African children, if you see them, guys, these children are grown now. 30 years, 25 years, 30-something years, everybody, we are at home. It's no longer like before. Nobody stops anybody on the street anymore to ask for documents, ID card. Those days are gone. We own we are Viennese. This is our village. I'm happy we did not run. Not everybody ran away. We stood our ground. We conquered. Not everybody ran away. Not everybody. So the children are grown. What are you going to tell children that were born here, children that are Austrians? What do you want to tell them? You cannot tell them anything. So this night, man, to be honest, I'm not telling you lie. Vienna is the only city I feel at home. I consider this place my village because, Oscar, you know now, we've spent more than 70% of our life spent here in Vienna. Me, for instance. So I consider Vienna my home. After Vienna, the next place I can even live, I'm not willing to live any other place. The next place I can live is Africa. I have no interest of going to any other place. Say, at this age, to relocate to where? UK or America or Canada or where? Go do what now? To begin struggling again. I don't have that strength anymore. We are talking about enjoying our winter life. You got it now. This is the stage we are talking about enjoying winter life, not struggling to go begin to look for apartments, look for a job, or integrate yourself again. No, I don't have that strength. Instead, I go home and start farming. If not granules, I see I should. So guys, this evening, we're going to talk about men. If you miss my live broadcast on TikTok, you can catch me. You can rewatch the video on YouTube. So, why do most women who were brought to abroad, let me put it, I'm not saying Europe, abroad generally, leave their husbands? Many of them do divorce their husbands. Immediately they come here and get their ground. While in Africa, women don't leave their husband anyhow. Men leave women. Men this evening is going to be hot. It's going to be hot on this page. Yeah, so that's it. Now, see, today I went outside. Today I went outside. All the guys I met, they are black women left them. They left these men stranded at old age. Many. I went outside today. I felt sorry for these men. Their wife, especially. Why should you abandon your man in times of difficulty, when things are hard? When the man is going through challenges in life? Why should you abandon your man, especially when he's sick, maybe when he's suffering from maybe one disease or the other? Maybe, as we get older, we tend to, there are so many things to talk this evening. And I'm going to advise men and women, especially men. And this is why I don't want children to be part of this broadcast. It's going to be adult show program. So today's topic is going to be hot. You know it now. Now, first of all, let me take it one after the other. You made a vow to your man or to your wife. Yes, you made a vow on the day of your marriage. You said, for better, for worse, in good time and in bad time, till death do you guys part. You made a vow. That is called marriage covenant. That is called marriage covenant. You made the vow. Now, you said, both in winter and in summer, in cold weather, in hot weather, you are going to stand beside or stand for each other. See, You know, I don't want to read comments now because if I start reading comments, I will not drop my lines. See, let me say this now. You know what is a vow, a promise, or a covenant? A covenant is not supposed to be broken. A lot of you say you are Christians. When God make a covenant, for instance, with somebody, that covenant stands forever. That covenant stands forever. Now, I don't know why humans don't honor their promises anymore. I don't understand why many men and women don't honor their promises anymore. You see, that is why I don't like people. I don't want you to like me when things are going good for me. I don't respect people that come around me when I'm already mad. You understand me? Because these people that came around me, that came around me when I'm already mad, when I've arrived, did not like me naturally. They are not there for who I am. They came because of what I have, what I've achieved in life. Are you getting it now? When anybody that saw you at your lowest in life still love you, that is, somebody saw you when you have nothing, when you have no clothes to wear, at your poorest stage in life, if that woman or that man take you, love you, that person really loves you. This is why I keep appreciating white women. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that black women are bad. This is why I give respect to many white women. Some of you think I'm a racist. I'm not a racist. Let me tell you why I respect white women so much. See, this evening, I'm going to say it as it is. A white woman will see you without documents, homeless, will pick you from the gutters and make you a human being. See, many of us, somebody said my network is terrible. What's wrong with my network? Is it not functioning very well? Sugar Goats, I'm just coming. You know, I will tell you the good side of women, African women. You know, I don't make biased. Okay. Why did somebody say my network is terrible? Please don't distract me. I want to flow this evening. A white woman will see you. Well, many came as refugees, had no money, had no place to sleep. Even I know so many people that married lawyers, doctors. So many of my friends befriended doctors, married doctors, medical doctors, big women in the society. African women, you know what is class? Class is category. African women will tell you, if you are not, even if you are not a graduate, they will not look your side. If you are not rich, they will not look your side. Don't get me wrong. In Africa, you may be a handsome man, just the way I am. Intelligent, just the way I am. But if you have no money, nobody gives a hoot about you. Nobody cares about you. In Africa, you may not be intelligent. You may not be handsome. But if you have money, women will go for you. If your parents are rich, women will go for you. Girls will rush you. Handsome boys like us. Let's go, guys. Now, when we came here, when they refused us residency permit, there was one social lawyer we went to at Ketembruke Gasse in 6th District. One lawyer, social, lawyer, they will make appeal for you, you don't pay. Government lawyer, kind of. One guy from Senegal moved that lawyer, one of the lawyers that was working there. One Senegalese guy moved that big woman, the lawyer, married the woman. A woman who is a lawyer in Africa can never talk to a refugee. Somebody with that, the person will be aiming for all this kind of Basanjo son them. Dangote son. This is a typical African woman mentality. You get it now. White women, to be honest, look at an old school is here, watching on YouTube. Oscar. When we came here, white women took us all. Even they will accommodate you when you have no accommodation. I'm coming, I will tell you the good side of white women and I will tell you the good side of black women. We are not rushing it this evening. No rush. Guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, don't forget to follow my page on. So, don't rush me. Look. My wife is a black woman, an African woman, a Nigerian woman. She's listening to me and she knows that what I'm saying is true. She has brothers here too. The brothers came here, married white women too. White women will take you no matter your financial status. White women will take you no matter your academic qualification. I'm not telling you a lie. Anybody that is truthful to himself will attest to this. Are you hearing me? White women will take you, will marry you. For even a doctor, a lawyer, what is it called? Gynecologist, and the rest of them. The politicians, they will marry you without, even when you are not, Africans are quick to tell somebody he's an illiterate or he cannot speak English. Before they know you, they tell you are not fluent in English, that they speak more. They speak more better English than you. So, now, the reality is, anybody, any woman or man who saw you at your lowest and married you, loves you. That person has love for you. Now let's compare it to African women. To be honest, there are good African women, but they are not plenty. Now, somebody complained yesterday because when you come to Vienna here, there are so many young girls born in Vienna and so many young boys. Farida, I see you. Farida, I did not see that your comment. So there are so many young girls born in Vienna. Nelma, I see you. Nelma, I see you. So powerful, I see all of you. So let me keep talking. Now, when you come to Vienna here, there are so many, children of African descent. All of them were born in Vienna. But many of the boys, the Viennese, the boys that were born in Vienna, don't date these African girls. Many of them don't, these our boys now, many of them don't date their sisters, African women. Now, listen attentively. These girls were born in Vienna. These are Viennese. These girls were born here. The boys were born here. When you ask these boys, Why are you dating white women? They tell you, these our black sisters ask them for money. They tax them. They always demand money from the boys. You got it now. You see that mentality. White women, even this, I don't know what is wrong with, who gave us that orientation? Who taught us to be materialistic in nature? And they're losing it. Man, if you had been at the stadium on Sunday, if you were there, if you see the number of African girls, even I was even wondering who is going to marry these girls. The thing is, many of them, even that were born in Vienna, are demanding even money from their fellow African men. The kind of whimpers they were putting on. If you see the whimpers, some of them, their whimpers are even their nails. I said, they were. You watched my program. Many of them were half naked. I said, but then you compare them. These are our African sisters. Even I was asking, where are their parents? That was what prompted me to make that video. I said it could be that even their fathers are absent. That is, they were raised by single mothers. You see, you see now, one of my homie on YouTube said he made a mistake to divorce his white woman. You see it. Somebody will see that comment. This is an old school. We all rode together in Vienna. To be honest, one of my homies is saying on TikTok, he made a mistake by divorcing his white woman. So let me just leave it at that. If you go to YouTube, the comment is there. We all came here at the same time. We played ball at Donais. We rode together. We went to club together. The guy is now in UK. He made that comment. Now, cannot you guys see you? Now, the thing is, if you come to Vienna now, there are so many women. The number of girls born in Vienna outnumbers the number of boys in Vienna. The thing is, even my wife asked my son, why are you guys not befriending your African sisters, your black descent? They said these black girls that were born in Vienna, they were not born in Africa. Ask them money. They want money to go make hair, to go make nails, to be taken out, to sponsor their holidays. Now, compare it to white women, white girls. The white girls takes care of these African boys. The white girls, it's not about money, it's about feeling. It's about feeling. The same mentality. Maybe their mothers put that in their head, or they came. I'm talking about children that were born here. Somebody said it's generational words. Generational words. So, who taught them to be demanding money? So, now, let me come. Why do these women abandon even? Sometimes you see our African sisters, to be honest, black women, you need to change. You see African women, you need to change. I am telling you this. You trouble us so much. Black women, you trouble us so much. It's no joke. Black women like to trouble, they are troublesome. Many of them, very few. They will be, the way they will be giving you stress, if you don't take, even, you can ask people now. Black women are troublesome. So many, not all though. Robert, I appreciate you. Robert, I appreciate you. See, Robert, I appreciate you plenty. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. You are too much. Thank you, thank you. I'm saying the truth. You see, he's blessing me with gifts. He knows I'm saying the truth. See, if you as a man, let me tell you the truth. If you as a man, if you are going through hard time and you don't bring money home, you don't bring money for food, you will starve. Your African wife may not give you food. Even if he decides to give you that food, he will give you that food with insult. As he's dropping that food on the table, she'll be sighing. Both in Africa, both in Europe here. If you as a man, maybe you lose your job. You lose your job. You are not able to contribute for the rent or buy food. Bring money for the family. You go see Shege. Your African woman will give you problem that if you are not strong, you may get high blood pressure or you feel die of high blood pressure. I'm not telling you lie. On the contrast, a white woman, whether if you lose your work, white woman can feed you for 5 years till even with smile until you get job. White woman can feed you for 10 years, even with smile, sponsor your vacation until you get job. I'm telling you the truth. The moment you did not bring money for food, even the way they will pass that food, they will throw away the food to... Man, have you seen a man? Have you seen where men cry? Have you seen where men cry? Men do cry in Europe here. Here in Europe, African women have made the men in Europe here to quiet down. They know if the police comes, the police will ask you, the man, to leave home. They knows it very well. They knows it very well. So, but let me continue with, I'm not telling you that black women are bad. Please, don't get me wrong. Many of them don't give their husbands in abroad peace. And I wonder, because a lot of them, when they arrive in Europe, after getting documents, they begin to disobey their husbands. Some will just divorce their husband and go take their spec, their choice man. Go take their choice man. Now, no, I'm not discrediting my African sisters. I'm saying the truth. See, how many of you here can feed a man for 5 years without complaint? How many of you? How many of you can endure, wait for the man to get documents? See, an European woman can wait for 10 years until you get documents. And that 10 years, you are not paying rent. You are not buying food because you have no residence permit. And a white woman can keep you at home for 10 years waiting for your documents. That 10 years, you are not contributing anything, but she will be doing it, financing the home happily. She'll be financing the home happily. I'm not telling you that there are black women that can do it, but there are very few. There are see, it seems black women came to compete with the black men in abroad. Because as a black man, as you came to survive, that's how black women came to survive. Sometimes as you send money home, she will say she will send her own money home. That's As you are sending, some will secretly go behind and be building house for their family. I know the spoil market for my African sisters, but I'm telling you, see, when you, okay, now let me take it easy. The moment you married your husband, the moment you decided to marry, see, you become part of the man's life. You are no longer a member of your immediate family as a woman. When you marry a man, you now have to build home with your husband. As you marry, see, you are no longer part of that your papa mama house as a woman. You married the man. That's why you married the man to help him build his life, not your family. You get it? You married your husband to help your husband build house in the village, house in the city, house in abroad, and make him somebody. That is why you are referred as a helper. Some of you even jealous your husband. Some, when I marry the man, he has nothing in the village. So you want me to build house for him in the village. Why not? Why then did you marry the man? What he couldn't do, then do it. That is why you are the wife. That's your home. That's your new home. That's your husband's home. If you are no longer alive, that's where you'll be put to rest. That's your home. You get it? The problem is some women don't know some people don't know what marriage is. Some women don't know see, marriage, when you marry, you are no longer, you don't belong to your father, mother, brother, sister anymore. You belong to your husband's home. That is why all your life, you start making babies. Your name will change, your surname will change. You will take your husband's surname. Anything about you changes. You begin to answer your husband's name, your children's name. I mean, you bear the same surname with your husband and your children. That makes you one. Now, you see some women in competition with their husband in abroad. They say some will even expose the man's secrets to the world. Some will come on social media, tell the world go look at many social media platforms in Africa. Many African women now, any small thing, they go on social media and disgrace the man online. Some will say the man has nothing in life, only spoon and kettle. Say he has no property, he has no money. That she's the one that has been covering the man up. The woman will come and sell the man for peanuts before the world. Yes. Some will come. I've seen some women that came online and disgrace their man, say the man he has nothing, he cannot feed himself, he cannot buy baby food, he's not able to parent. You are not nobody cares. You made a choice. Didn't you know that he cannot do it in the first place? Why complain now? Why are you complaining now? Good women cover their husbands up, protect their husbands' interest. I'm not bringing anybody up now. It's just too early. Allow me to finish my discussion, my topic. When I'm done, you make a request, then I bring you up. You got it? When I'm done, you make a request, I bring you up. So the thing is, in Africa, women don't easily divorce their husband. Iron Man, I see you. But in Europe here, because of the benefits, government support, social welfare. They have work and they are getting money. They get child benefits. The man becomes anyhow. You are supposed to respect that your husband in good times and in bad time. So today I went outside. I'm done shouting. I want to talk quietly now. So I went outside. I saw some really old school men. I asked them about their wives. They said their wives have divorced them. These are men in their 70s. They're alone. Where are their children? Their children have relocated. The men are living alone. You see life. I said, what happened? The usual case. You see, the thing is, marrying a woman that don't love you, that is, many of these women you went to Africa to married you because they want to come and test Europe or America or this thing. I recommend, see, if you like black women, if you love black women, marry women that are in Europe here. Women that, this is my own take now. Lamba, see you. Marry women that are already here. Because the mistake a lot of men do is they consider the women here as corrupt, spoiled women. No. You get the best women here in Europe, not the ones you went to Africa to marry. Those ones in Africa, they didn't marry you because they love you. They married you because they want to use you as a stepping stone to come to abroad. So some of them even have lovers in their home countries. I've seen it. Many, even, it's not, I want to take this in bit by bit. Many of them have lovers, boyfriends in Africa. So they married you because they want to use you to come to Europe. When they balance, they don't mind even giving you babies. They are on a mission. They don't want giving you, even, I know somebody. What? See, a woman came here, abandoned the 3 children, follow boyfriend and relocate. Many dropped the children for the men. Many women. See, they dropped the 3 children for the men, 2 children for the men, follow their boyfriends and put head for forest. So, it is better when you find a woman here who understands the situation, the condition, I mean, how do I say it? The system. When you go to Africa now, most of those girls in Africa now are more corrupt than the women you are talking about in Europe here. 13 years, 12 years are running the streets now. Black girls in Africa. They are into hookup. 15 years in Africa are into hookup. You may not know. The videos are online. So you that is thinking, if you get your documents, you go and marry a virgin, a fresh woman. We need to examine your head. Those ones they are wide, more than the ones here. The women in Europe here now, already, they have seen life. I'm talking about the African women that's already here. They know the hustles, the pains, the racism, paying rent, electricity. They know what it takes, how Europe functions. So when you marry a woman that knows the system, you discover that things will be easier for 2 of you. Those ones in Africa expect too much. Some of them think you are governor. They believe you are a billionaire. But when they come, When they come, they see you inside one room or two rooms. And again, why marry somebody who you have no relationship with? You get it? Why go for somebody you have no relationship with? This is why many of these women leave you when you start facing challenges in life. You have no story with these women. You just went to Africa, you married them onto big boy level. Yes, marry somebody you have a story with. You need to go into a relationship with somebody. First of all, it is important you date somebody to know if you both of you can cope. Yes, because there is no how that woman or that man will hide the relationship. Now, in some cases, you see some of these women, they abandoned the men because, you know what I mean? Do you want me to say it now? You know, it's not about money. The other thing is no longer working. You get it? You as a young woman, you went and married. You want me to say it? Okay, now. Because the men, many of them, you know, as some men get older, the bowler, no, they stand again. The bowler is no longer standing. Yes, some of them, lifestyle, alcohol, cigar, fatty food. So the bowler is dead. The bowler is dead. Now listen attentively now. Now, you see a man that is 50 years go to Africa and marry a girl that is 25 years. By the time the man is getting to 70 years, the woman is not up to even 45 years. The man is already down physically. You see it. He wants a fresh baby, a fresh woman. 25 years difference, age gap. 25 years age gap. Some 30 years age gap. Did you know that some of these, Patrick Martin is in the building. Some of these men are taking Brontashi, Maginu Brontashi. Some are taking this, some are taking medication for their Ebola. Please don't call me this evening. Don't call me now. See, somebody showed me injection. Where did he? Well, let me not. I don't want them to flag my contents. So now, guys, why should you marry a woman that you are 30 years older than? When a woman, I'm being very honest now. When a woman, a girl, marries a very old man, a man that is 40 years older than her, 30 years, what do you think? Don't you think that there is something that is no love? I don't think so. Even, I'm in my 50s now. If a girl of 25 years shows interest on me, I will suspect her. Because even my daughter is 25, another one is 28. I have daughters her age. You see it now? I cannot even go stoop so low to even marry my daughter's age mate. I cannot do it. So if I should go to Africa now and a girl of 25 years want to come marry me, then I will question the whole thing. I will know it's not love. Because by the time I get to 80 years, she is not even up to 50. You see it. So, why go to Africa to pick it's a wrong idea. I don't buy, I don't support that idea. There are enough men in Africa, let them marry themselves there. We here, let's marry ourselves here. You got it? The men here should marry the women here. Let the women here, it's not, we are not, this is not racism. Let the women in Africa, let them find, to tell you this, these African women are materialistic. Yes. Men will be coming, it's not better life. Men will be proposing to them, they will reject those men. But when somebody from abroad show up, they show interest. Eventually, when they come here, after balancing, after getting their documents, having children, when they balance, they begin to ride you like a horse. They start opening heart. That person that is calling you sa, will start riding you like a horse. Begin to open eye. Begin to ride you like a horse. Say, who are you? What can you do? You leave this house now. Women in Europe, a woman in Europe here now ask the man, a whole man, say she will walk the man out. You see a woman open, say, who are you? I will walk you out. Because she believes here, no father-in-law, no mother-in-law, no relative. She believes that some may even tell you they are not going to Africa again. They have arrived. They want to spend the rest of their life in Europe. So they can even say, that's why they misbehave. That is very wrong now. That is very, very wrong. So men are swallowing a lot of bitter pills. A lot of... Many men are swallowing bitter pills in this Europe. I'm not telling you a lie. This is why sometimes sometimes I recommend Africa, because in Africa, nobody will mess you up. In Africa, you are a king. You are the landlord. You are in a house. Before the woman brings food, before she will kneel down, she will come and she will humble herself before you. In Africa, immediately they come here, their character changes. They turn to a lioness. You'll be surprised. Even the woman that cannot talk to you in Africa, immediately she comes here, she will turn to a lioness. You think it's a joke? First of all, she'll wait. She'll be showing you love until she gets everything she needed. Then her red color will come out. That's when, man, forget it. Somebody, see, today, there are times, it's not, today I'm talking about women. Tomorrow I might talk about men. So don't think I run biased broadcast. You understand me? So I don't run biased broadcast. I talk based on what I've seen in Europe, how white women have treated the black men with love and respect, and how some black women sabotaged the efforts of their husbands. You know what I mean by sabotage? They sabotaged the efforts of their husbands, some black women. I'm not telling you a lie. So, now you can make a request, I bring you up and say your opinion. We are here. You can make a request, I bring you up, you tell us your own version of the story, and then, let's say somebody made a request before, you can make a request, I bring you up, and then let's hear from you. Now I said my mind, you can say your own mind. You are free. If you have anything to say, you can contribute. Okay? Shall we go? So, people are listening to you.
Hello.
Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening to you, sir.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to add up to what you are saying.
Okay.
For me, what I just want to add is about the pressure from some wives. Most of the times, the pressure comes from the parents or some of our wives in order for them to deliver them. So this kind of thing causes issues.
Please, if I bring you up, mute your telephone so that we can hear the person that is speaking. Mute your telephone when it is your turn.
I have a friend here. I have a friend here in the States. Understand? He's having the same issue.
Okay.
Based on the fact that the wife brought the guy here, and they have been having an issue because of the pressure from the parents. The parents wanted to come and stay with the family. So the guy was telling the wife that if your parents stays with us, we're gonna have issues.
Mm-hmm.
There will be issues, and there will be a lot of things. Understand? So he was trying to inform the wife, allow your parents to stay in Africa. Understand? Now the parents is putting pressure on their daughter. Please, we have a house. You must build a house for us. Understand? Before you can be able to build for you and your husband. So this has been a very big issue. And from my friend, he was discussing it with me a couple of days ago. And lucky for me, this your information, this your program. I was watching it, so I just wanted to aid if you have any contribution, so that I can be able to add up or send to him. But I believe sometimes the pressure are from our parents.
Good, you are right. But I want to say something. Maybe you are seeing my broadcast for the first time. I've spoken about this. You see, in the first place, the parents are not supposed to move in with the couple. Please, can you mute your this? I'm not talking about the person that's speaking. Now, if you come up, you mute your telephone so that now. So what I'm saying is, in the first place, let me mute it so that we can have an adult discussion. So now, okay, the noise is from the guy is speaking. Okay.
Oh.
Just 1 second. So now, how can you see, if my in-law, for instance, want to come and stay with me, if she or if the father-in-law or the mother-in-law come for a month or so and return back to Africa, I would understand it. But coming to stay with us permanently is a no-no. Coming once in a year for a holiday, maybe 2 months, I understand it. Okay, in my tradition, there is what we call omugo. The mother-in-law can come when the woman delivers a new baby, come spend like 6 months, 3 months, you know she came for omugo. What are you coming to live with me and my wife for? This is my family. Now again, there are things you as a man don't tolerate, and that is your privacy. You see, when people come to live with you, you become exposed. That is, you expose yourself. They will know everything about you. They will know how you live with your wife. They will know how you eat food. They know how you parent. There are things nobody is supposed to know about you and your wife and about how you function. This has nothing to do with respecting your in-laws. Even one time I told my sister, I said, even if you come to Austria or anybody you are son of, they cannot stay with me. I told you the story of some of my friends. See, how many rooms are we even living? It's not like in Africa where you have like 8-bedroom duplex and boys' quarter that people can stay. In abroad here, you see how eng, how tight everywhere is. And if you have daughters, grown daughters, for instance, imagine where a brother wants to come and live with me, where I'm living with my wife and my children and my daughters. Where, you know, a woman will go to toilet, you go to toilet, you know the system now. She will wash her inner wears. My daughters will wash her things. There are things I cannot allow, even if you are my twins. That is if the woman wash her undies, wash her bra, my daughters wash her undies, everybody will be seeing it. Man, I cannot allow it. And don't allow it. If I have money, I help you get accommodation somewhere else. You get it? If I have money, I help you get accommodation somewhere else. You cannot be hearing the smell of my sheet. If I go to toilet, you'll be hearing the smell of my sheet. You know, then the respect will not be there. Let me allow the next person to talk. I bring people up. You can unmute yourself, or do you want me to unmute you? So let me unmute this person. Yeah, now I've done it. Now you can talk now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, one after the other, please.
Hi.
You are welcome.
Okay. I want to talk about 50-50.
Okay. People are listening to you.
Okay. So you said that a man and a woman should do 50-50.
I did not say it.
Then what do you say?
Did you listen to the program from the beginning?
No, but okay, it's not necessary I listen to the beginning. So
Okay.
I want to chip in on 50-50.
Okay, say your mind.
For example, man and woman are doing 50-50 in the house.
Okay.
You pay the rent together, pay the rent together, the water bill, and then the feeding. And then you work 12 hours. And then take care of your kids, take them to school, bring them back. African men don't help with children, most of them. I'm not saying all, but most of them.
Okay.
And then you cook. At night also on bed, you want to perform wife duty.
Okay.
And then after you say 50-50, that's crazy. A man's supposed to be man. I'm not saying a man to pay all the bills, but at least your house fee and your feeding supposed to be intact to have, so that you will be respected in your own house.
So you are telling me that only when the man brings money, he will be respected.
No, it's not. It's not about that, because the woman take care of the kids, do the laundry, cook, take the children to school. Most men don't take their kids to school.
I babysat my children.
Have to work. At the same time, pay 50-50, and at night also you want her on the bed. Women are not slaves. Those days are gone. Those days where men use women up to the end, and then after kick you out and bring a side chick in, because maybe that woman work all her life and she look old.
If you are done,
are gone.
if you are done, I come in now. Are you done? Or continue? I will give you.
Yeah, because you are cutting me off. So listen, I continue. Women, all the women now, we have to wake up now. What our grandparents suffer and our mothers suffer, we will not suffer like that.
Yeah.
Most women suffer too much. They will use you for 5 kids. After abandon you with your children, make you a single mother. Nobody will marry you again. And then after they go and follow side chick, because she look fresh.
Exactly.
Are you done?
She look fresh. And maybe your wife breast all fall down. She don't have time to take care of herself because of her kids. Cooking, making 50-50, and then after at the same time in the night you fuck the hell out of her. Those days are gone now. I'm done.
Okay, you are done. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Now, let me.
Those days are
Please,
gone.
I want to talk. Now, let me. Does anybody still want to talk something? The next can talk?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I want to talk something.
Okay, you are free now. Ibrahim, I think.
Yes, Ibrahim.
Okay. People are listening to you.
What Odell is saying, I don't really understand, because she's trying to say she take care of the kids, take care of the house, and also service the man at night. Then there's another stuff we said about she working also.
And still you say 50-50.
Allow him to talk, please. Allow him to talk.
African men, we really don't care about you working. We don't want you to work. We want you to be an housewife. You taking care of the children and the house is what we want you to do. While we take care of every other
Can you allow people to talk?
like the bills.
Some men ask for 50-50. Maybe you not, but some men ask for it.
But it's not our tradition as an African man to ask for 50-50.
Exactly. You want to 50-50 after you want respect. You cannot have two things at the same time. You have one.
Okay, that is true. But some men, but not most men. Any black
I said
men,
some.
black men don't ask for
My sister, please allow him to speak. After you can come up again. Okay, Ibrahim, please tell your opinion.
Lastly, what I want to ask is your topic you are talking about. Don't allow your family members to come and stay with you in your house. That particular one, I want to use myself as an example. I have only my mother and me. If finally I get married, I would not like her to stay alone. I would like her to stay with me, with my wife. So what do you think about that?
This is
Are you talking to me?
now I'm answering. This is your choice. You understand me? Your mother has only you. You know, we all have different situations. We have different approach depending on the. For instance, now in abroad, if you are living in one room, it depends on how rich you are. If in Austria there is what is called gasonia. Gasonia is one room. In a situation where you are living, please, can I talk? In a situation where you are living,
After when I look old a little bit, you there.
please, in a situation where you live in one room with your wife, your mother cannot be living in one room with your wife and your children, for instance. But if you have many rooms, if you have money that you can rent 4-bedroom flats in Europe and you give your mama one room, it's okay. But let's hear from the next person, Miss Every. Let's hear from her, please.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually,
Please.
this is the first time that I'm contributing as a co-partner on a live show. I quite have understanding for so many things we talk about marriage and relationship. In the first place, I will appreciate you from the point where you mentioned something about location in relationship. Location where one is located plays a vital role in our lives and our marriage and the relationship. This is because when we compare a relationship of people living in Europe and people living in Africa is two different things. And cultures plays a vital role. It depends on where you are living. If I come to the point where you mentioned something about age differences, the age of a woman or a man that one goes with, maybe in some parts of Africa, I have my background in Africa, from Africa, but I also live outside my country for over almost 30 years now. So when one think about our lifestyle back home in Africa, maybe age doesn't play much role. But if we put on that same mentality and the culture and we bring it down to European lifestyle, then there is this big gap between the man and the woman. And that tendency makes a big error in the relationship. Because a woman of 25 that is married to a man of 50 or above, they have two different expectations. somebody who is still expecting to be a mother and have a future, and somebody who is already ending up and looking up onto pension time. So this will be a problem. When I go back to comments on the woman that talks about 50-50 right now, yeah, there are so many things I don't know.
My sister, you know, we spoke about why do marriages break easily in Europe here in the West more than in Africa. I
What
mean,
did you say, sir?
why marriages break easily here? When the women come to Europe and then they get the power, they divorce their husbands because they believe they have power, they can live on their own, they can do whatever they want, they don't need a man anymore. But in Africa,
I don't think so, sir.
I don't.
Think what. Let me answer your question if it's okay. I think this is something to do with your culture's understanding. When people meet men in Africa, women, when we meet men in Africa, the understanding, our mentality, like they have this popular saying now, this japa in Nigeria. Everybody are just looking for green pasture. I don't really think they have that mentality that there is no love. There is actually the interest. But when they get to Europe, then the culture, the understanding of the culture, the background that they are coming with, it automatically change here. And as a result of that, it takes two heads to make this thinking. They have to tell each other, this is what Europe is, life is. This is what our culture is.
Okay, now. Okay, my sister, now I will bring you up to, let's hear from Ed Murphy. Let's hear.
Sir.
Thank you. You can come up again. You can say again. Let's hear from, because many people are making requests. Let's hear from Ed Murphy.
Sir.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Uncle Roddy. Good evening to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not going to take a long time because there are many people that want to talk. Yeah, my own small contribution is that, okay, the reason I mean talking about the 50-50. Yes, in Africa, it is a little bit different because the context is different. The culture is different. The environment is different. The culture, the economy is different. But in Europe, everybody has the opportunity, both men and women. And the expenditure is much more higher in Europe than in Africa. In Africa, most of the time, it's just the man that is working. The women don't have the opportunities to go out and get a job, you know. If we exclude today that, opportunities are beginning to come, social media and things like that. But in the past, it wasn't like that. So that culture is still pervasive. It's going to take a while for that culture to finally give way to the new world order, the new world we are experiencing today. In Europe, like where I live, women work, they earn 2,000, 1,500, 1,800, 1,000. The men also work. Sometimes the woman will even earn more than the man. And when you talk about taking care of the house, the man will come back from work sometimes when the woman is not yet back. He will clean the house, he will do the dishes, he will go get the children from school. So why not 50-50? That is, in this context, I believe 50-50 works. But in the case where, let's say the woman just comes from Africa, she hasn't gotten a job, I think the man can foot the bill. And I know men generally foot the bill without complaining. But most of the time, when the woman starts also contributing, she starts changing her character. You understand? Yes. That is why most men complain. She starts changing her character. And again, she will start having friends that will start telling her, oh, are you giving your man or whatever? Are you helping your man? No, yeah, your money is your money. Eh? Your man's money is he not a man? Is he not an African man? When it comes to spending money, he's an African man. When it comes to other, opportunities, we are in Europe, everybody this, everybody that, that is not good because in Europe, you have to put heads together. The expenses are too much. The bills are too high. One person's salary cannot feed a family of 3, 4.
So now, yes. Now let's hear from Can and Sugar, please. Yeah. Okay. Good contribution. Let's hear from Can and Sugar, please.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Everybody's listening to you.
Oh,
Okay, thanks.
One second. The person that made the request, I'll bring you up when one person goes down. I'll bring you up, please. Keep talking, Can and Sugar.
Oh, okay, I'm going to be brief.
Okay, you can go down, please, now.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle, for having me on the show.
Okay.
I really appreciate you. You have such good discussion every day.
Thank you.
And normally I get a lot of wisdom for you, but today, Uncle, I'm going to disagree with you.
You can disagree. You can disagree. I have no problem with that. That's your opinion.
Right. I came on a little late.
Okay.
And I heard that, they were saying the treatment that black men get from white women, that they could sustain them if they're not working, and they could treat them in a certain way. They have the money to uplift this relationship. And this may be very true. But remember now, they come in from a place of privilege. Most of them, the playing fields are not level. The white woman may be in a better position than in the white to help that man, because she has getting generational wealth. She has gotten a better degree. We are coming from another country. That is their home country. So the playing field are not level. Okay? I just want to put that out there. Another thing too, I'm not going to paint everybody with the same brush, but what I want to also interject and what I want to say is that black men at some point, not all of them, as I said, I'm not painting everybody with one brush, but I'm just putting it out there because we are discussing. When they get women of other races, they tend to treat them better. They tend to be more loyal to them. And I have seen that. I have seen it many times. Okay? Another thing too, I want to say, black women. I'm going to talk to black women now. Do not build any black man. Do not do it. You are not no builder, and do not build any black man. I'm not being bitter, but I've seen it. When they get on their feet, they move on and they get these women of other races. Okay? And I'm going to be brief with my contribution because I know the discussion is very lively today and everybody wants to participate. Uncle, you always have us on our feet. I love hearing these stories. I get a lot of wisdom from you and I appreciate you. Okay? And my name is Cane Sugar. Cane Sugar.
Okay, now I will allow Squash to make a contribution before I start answering everybody. My sister Stella, I see you. Squash, let's hear from you.
Yeah, good day to everyone here. Good day to everyone.
You're welcome.
Well, an interesting topic, and it's a very, it depends. You can look at it. Everyone has right here. It depends on the person, and the situation. That is all. It's a complex thing. Something might be good for the other guy, but for the other guy might be wrong, So for me, you have to do what suits you, basically, some way, somehow. So I cannot say much because, everyone wear his own shoes and know where it hurts, So let's just put it into perspective. It's like, everybody has right here because all what you guys have said, you might be right because, it depends on your basically on your experience. Everyone has different experience here, and they talk as how they, through their own experience and through the way they see things. So it differs from each and every one of us. So the only advice I have to give here is, I think everybody should do things as it suits you. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Now, let me answer a few questions now. Like Can and Sugar said, the African women and the European women don't have a level playing field. And she said African women shouldn't build their African men. Now, and I'm also going to answer one of my sister who spoke about 50-50. Now, you said African women shouldn't build their African men. Where you made a mistake is, this is her husband and the father of her children. Now, you see, this is a union. They are not two separate individuals. They are one. When you are married to a person, you are no longer two, but one. Now, when the man makes money, when she builds the man up, she has built a good foundation for her own children. If she destroys the man, she has destroyed the foundation of her children. This is social media. We are here to learn. See, if, for instance, now I have a wife, if she destroys me now, she is at the same time destroying her children. If I should destroy my wife, I'm destroying my children. Because when I get money, for instance, when I get money, that money, who did I make that money for? My children. You got it now. When I build a big house, who did I build it for? My children. When I pass on, nobody is living forever. After, you spoke about generational wealth. So now, when my wife helped me, when my wife helped to build me up, now let us look at what is building up. A man comes to, can you please close the door? A man comes to Europe here, has no documents. And the African woman, for instance, has documents. Now aids the man to get the documents. She has helped to build the man up. That's part of it. Maybe the man has no place. The woman takes him in, accommodates him. And now he directs his footsteps, helps him to achieve even the citizenship. He has built the man up. That woman that aided you to get the citizenship built you up. That means the man is now stable in the country where he lives, can get good jobs, and can be given full rights of the citizen of that country. The woman has helped to build the man up. The man can now exercise authority, power. When you say the woman should not build the man up, that means the man cannot have a solid foundation. They can deport the man, for instance, if his document is not okay, you understand me, or if he makes problem. There are certain jobs he cannot get. And when you fail to build a man up, the man is like, how do I put it now? He will not be stable in life and he will not have a very solid foundation. You see, now, don't forget, like I always say on my program, I say, listen, some fight, you think you are fighting someone else, you are fighting yourself, especially if you are in a marriage. When destiny, I'm talking now, when destiny bring you and somebody together, and you discover at certain age, this is your life partner, you have no other option than to build that man or that woman up. If you don't, both of you will fall inside a pit. Let me tell you the story of my own parents. It's not, it depends. See, if you fail to build your partner, depending on, I'm telling you, depending on the kind of man or woman you marry. But you know, there is what we call point of no return. There is what is called point of no return. That is when that marriage has reached point of no return. When you cannot divorce again, you cannot go, step out of the marriage. You have no other alternative than to build that man or that woman. Yes. When you know your children are grown, but let me leave it at that. Another one of my sisters said, I answered Can and Sugar now, who said you shouldn't build a man up, or this. Build your man or your woman up. Now, one of my sisters said, It shouldn't be 50-50 in Europe here, because the woman is babysitting the children and washing, and then at night the man will say, how far now? Now let me tell you, you cannot compare Africa to Europe here. In Africa, for instance, most of the men in Africa are businessmen. They have babysitters. They make much more money. I know about many men growing up in Africa who ordered their wives to be housewives, to sit at home, because they have shops, they have businesses. They were making... yesterday or 2 days ago, I ran a program where I spoke about life in Europe and life in Africa. I said people in Africa have it much more easier than people that are living in Europe here. I gave my instances. I spoke about this rent issue. People who built their houses in Africa, it is much more easier to build houses like bungalow. You own your own house in Africa. In Europe here, it is almost impossible. Now you discover people who live in Africa, many of them have their own eigentum, that is their own private houses and their own shops. That shop, they own it. You don't pay for house rent, you don't pay for your shop, even you don't pay car insurance. You don't pay anything, nothing like car insurance. So they make money. The man can decide to ask the woman to stay at home. Here in Europe here, one man cannot... I told you guys that I cannot afford ULAB, that is vacation as at the moment, at moment. Even Austrian people, white people, they need two couples. You need a partner to survive today's inflation. Many white people will tell you, you cannot. Imagine when you pay 1,000 euros a month, 800 euros a month, for apartments, how much is your salary? Food is so expensive, light and the rest of them. How much is your salary? So you discover that a man cannot say, sit at home. Let me make the money. How? And don't forget, you earn salary. How many people have businesses in Europe here? The money you earn, you have fixed amount of money you get every month, maybe 1,500 euro. How much is your rent? After you pay rent, electricity bill and the rest, how much is remaining? So you need your wife to support you. But the problem is, some of these women, you brought them to Africa. They expect to be Oriako. Oriako is, Madam, welcome to shop. That is, she came. Some women want you, go to work, come home, buy food, they relax at home, babysitting, washing, without bringing anything to the table. Those days are gone. In Africa, it could be possible. But in Europe here, or they're not possible. You see, when you calculate, if you pay rent, you pay electricity bill, you pay your car insurance, you pay fuel, and maybe you have children that demand money from you, how much are you making? A lot of people make the mistake of, calculating this money in Africa, exchange rate. Say, if you calculate 1,000 euros, you calculate it in your country's currency. Say it's bullshit. It is bullshit. You need you see, if your husband isn't making money, you cover him up. That is, if you are the one making money, pay that rent with smile. Buy food with smile. When you lose your job, let your husband cover you up. That is marriage. That is commitment. The problem with some people is, let me talk. The problem with some people is, some women expect so much from the man. That is why some men die early, die untimely deaths. Some women expect, so you are a man, they push the man to early grave. So because he's a man, you need to build a castle in the air. He is human.
Uncle Roddy, can I I come in with some points?
You are free now.
I want to say here that there is nothing. I'm a social worker, and we believe that there's nothing called right and there's nothing wrong in the whole life. In the first place, everything about relationship should be an agreement between the two. Both the man and the woman, they have to build their home. And how they want it to be, it should be between them. That is one thing. About building an African man, I want you to understand that when somebody come out and want that one should not build an African man, we also have to respect that, because there are so many experiences that African men that has been brought in all the way from Africa, after getting their papers, after getting everything, the woman end up being deserted, even with children.
That one is true.
Yeah.
It's not like.
It's applicable also to the side of the women. So, and in this issue of 50-50, I want every one of us to understand that it takes
two to tango.
Of water to make an ocean. So that means the lifestyle and the way the system is built up in Europe and everywhere in the Western world is not meant for somebody to be a dependent on the other. It is a joint venture that the two has to put something down in order to make a life easier for themselves and for their family. Otherwise, everybody will end up to be a victim of the system. I'm so sorry I have to say it like it is. This is it. So, and this issue that 50-50 or whatever, it is not applicable at all. Once you are out of, I don't know where people call it, it's not something that one can think of, that is not possible when you live in the Western world. You have to support each other. And the issue that won't take care of children and all that, you have to talk about it and agree. And the issue of having sex at night or whatever, I think the enjoyment is for both. So it's not like somebody is being enslaved. I'm so sorry. This is my point, and that's all I have to contribute to it.
Okay, can I come in now?
Yeah, you are free.
Okay. I agree some part, but I'm not saying that 50-50 is bad. Again, let me repeat myself.
Okay.
Because African men used to say that because you are paying 50-50, you don't respect me the way you normally respect me. Like in Africa, I was doing everything. That's why you obey me. And now you come here, because you are doing 50-50, you don't obey me again. In Africa, if you see women don't have voice, it's because of poverty.
Okay.
The government don't help women. They don't help children.
Okay.
So the man is the king in Africa. Men do what they want. They use you, have a lot of side chick around, do whatever they want to do, and the woman will keep her mouth shut because she don't have anywhere to go or run to with her children.
That's correct. I agree with you.
She will stay one place.
100%.
She will obey you there because she know that she's from a poor family and the system failed her. She have nowhere to go and cry. That's why they allow you to marry second wife, third wife on top of them. No woman want to see her man she married for years bring another woman in that is younger than her. Why she's old, all her breasts fall down, all her tummies is with stretch mark. She's tired because she born 4 or 5 kids. And then if you bring that woman here, you want to treat her the same way you treat her in Africa, it won't work. You won't have respect. Yes, I agree 50-50. I'm a hard-working lady. But the 50-50, we will put it on the table. Many men will bring their wife from Africa. They build house in Africa. They marry another wife. I see it with my naked eye. I'm a Muslim woman. Then you will plan with them here for the future. Maybe you go home with your kids, they marry a younger woman and leave her there. And then how can you do 50-50 with somebody here and is feeding another woman in Africa? Let's just be honest.
That one is wrong. That one is wrong.
100% correct way.
Yeah,
But
and then wait, because I listen to you. Please let me learn.
Okay.
I'm the 50-50. If we have kids, you're gonna help me with the kids, take them to school. I cannot go and work 4, 5, 12 hours, and then after paying for my nanny is here. African women are paying for their nanny whilst they stay with their husband. Their husband even don't know their school road, children's school road. They don't know. They only know the mother. And then after we are sharing the bill, sharing everything. And you don't give me respect. Always you want me to marry you like Africa. In Africa, we are doing everything. But here we do 50-50. We are all tired. We are all tired. And some African men help with the house job, but others no. My own don't help. We don't even know how to cook. Our men don't know even how to cook. Our men don't even know how to clean.
So, you see, you have a point. You know, you have a point. You know that when you say something good, I will admit
If
that.
you see here, if you do a woman nonsense, the woman leave you and walk away because Africa they want to do it, but they don't have the chance. But here, they respect woman right and their voices and they help them. That's why they said it's better you leave your wife in Africa or don't bring her here. Because if you bring her here, she will. If you bring her here and want to treat her like nonsense, she will leave you.
You see,
We should love our women. We should love and our women treat them with respect.
somebody said that African men don't respect African women, that they respect other races, like the white women or that is more than African.
Yes, that's true.
Somebody said
That's
it.
right.
I don't think.
Because African men don't buy roses for their women. They don't take special dinner. Like one day they say, okay, honey, dress up. Let's go to the cinema. Or maybe, honey, let's go to dinner. Let's go eat something. African men always eat in the house with their wife. They only go to dinner with their side chicks.
Let me come now. Hold it there now. Let me come. Okay, now my sister, let me step in now. Let me come. You said African women don't take their wives to cinema or to restaurants or things. This is true, but I want to tell you, you forgot the upbringing.
That is it.
Excuse me, let me come now. You forgot the upbringing. See, we were not brought up that way. You
The
see,
teacher will teach you what they have been taught now.
you see, like, let me tell you, this is my children. Do take, let me come in now. My children, they go on vacation with their girlfriends. They go to restaurants because they were born here. They are another generation. They have another mentality. We suffered, we were hungry, we grew up hungry. The people that can afford this type of lifestyle then in Africa, we are big men and politician children. So don't compare it, don't see it that way. We even tried so much. Why, excuse me, let me come now. Why you see many African men, even my wife complains about that. Why many African men prefer to eat at home? Because they want to save money. You get it? They want to. They don't want because of the upbringing. They don't want to waste. They see it. Even me going to restaurant, I see it as wasting money, dashing money. Instead, that €50, if we use it and buy something at home, it will last us for 2-3 days. You understand me? But this is something you eat once in a while in a restaurant.
Please, I'm not cutting you off. A dinner doesn't mean €50. A plate of dinner can cost 10 pounds. 10 pounds, highest. Just to go out and have that special moment with your lady.
You don't know those things.
Can I quick say something? You know, you say very great things about, you know, our upbringing teach us how we value our women, right?
Yeah.
So if we think about that, nobody teaches us how to have sex, but we know how
Exactly.
to. So that argument is not valid. If you want, you will do that. You know how to make your wife happy.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Even with the small things, even a flower in these days costs under £5.
Mm.
If you want, you can do that. You can even go to the forest and get some flowers for free.
You are
If
right,
you
but
want.
I understood you guys, but you don't understand me. For instance, there is what is called something that was put in you in Africa. For instance, what
In
you did.
Africa now
For,
we are here.
let me come. Okay, now we are. For instance, now wait. Let me tell you. I did not celebrate birthday when I was living in Africa.
But you cannot bring it that as
You
excuse.
see.
No,
For
that's not
instance,
excuse.
I did not celebrate birthday in
But you
Africa.
bring it as excuse. If you know your wife has today a birthday and you can make her happy, you should do that, regardless if you did that in
Yes.
Africa.
Time to time, maybe once every 6 months. Make her feel
You are
like a
right,
lady.
but you know what you are not accustomed to.
Uncle Roddy.
You will learn it. I'm listening to you.
Uncle Roddy, can I come in here?
Now you can come in.
I think now I'm supporting the woman with 50-50 because when she has a point, we also have to point it out.
Yes, I agree with her. I agree.
Exactly.
The point here is that you have a job to do. Because when you made a program and you are now
Your voice is echoing. Stop it. Excuse me. Your voice is echoing. You need to mute it and or you go down and I bring you up again. It's echoing.
okay.
Maybe you.
How about now?
Now it's okay.
Okay. If you are encouraging us, the African women to build our men, you know also because now I can see you are gone into culture area by talking about the background, what was put into us. What was also put into us as a woman is not to support men. But because we moved to Europe, we moved to the Western world, we also adopt the culture there. So what is bad for our African men to also begin to adopt the culture to value us as a woman, to take us out.
The thing is echoing. Somebody need to mute the phone. Somebody.
Johnny, you should mute, please, Johnny. I think it's because of
The
you.
woman is talking
Wait,
about
let me mute.
Johnny, please.
I've muted the phone. Yes. Okay, now. Okay, now you can continue to talk.
So what we need to do is that we have accepted and we have adopted the culture of the geographic area where we find ourselves. And I think it is necessary also for you to talk to the men, to the African men, to change. There is nothing that is deposited in any of us that cannot be changed.
You are right.
There is need for change.
I agree with this.
Value their women.
I agree with this. I agree with this. You guys are right. It's true.
It's true.
I agree with it. No arguments.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'm going to make a video about it tomorrow.
Even though those things are put into you people, you don't do it for Africans truly. And that's why many African women don't want to have anything to do with African men. But the things that are put in you, you hide those things and you do it for white women.
But they are doing with white women.
Miss Mendez said even me. Miss Mendez, what did I do you this evening?
So that I will talk and go, please.
Okay.
Okay, my brother, these women are right, it's true. And what you just mentioned also, you are also right. Because why? What I think most of the time is you can't, when a teacher comes in a classroom, he has to teach what he has been taught. You understand? Someone cannot just come. It's true. I think we have to do better. You know, as the woman, you can learn and you can change. You know, nobody. I mean, we have adapted ourselves to so many things. Maybe we neglected those areas. You know, and the truth is sometimes when men, got engaged to
like foreigners. You know, it's like sometimes it's like I think they want to satisfy that person much than their own sister some way somehow, and I think that is bad also. So in another way around, I think the women are very correct here, and I think even if we are not used to those things, people are not used to those things. I think we have to try and better ourselves.
Yes, I agree with the women. You see, especially because many of the women here who spoke this evening said the men don't give them flowers, they don't take them to restaurants, they don't take them on vacations, and that is true. And tomorrow I'm going to use it, I'm going to create awareness with these things that we spoke tonight. And, we learn every day. And I saw the anger in their voices, A lot of them are not so happy with it. So I'm going to use it and create awareness with it. I'm going to make videos about it. I learned it too. You see? But then,
can I ask you something?
okay.
Okay, you said, I think it was just 5 minutes ago that you had completely another mindset. Now, just under 5 minutes, you change your mindset. I don't think that happened from just, when two people tell you that. I think you know that a couple times that what you're doing or what you're saying is not matching with this, where you live and what the value of your woman is. So where are the quick mind change come from?
Good. You see, I always say that we are students as far as we are living, and nobody knows it all. I always say it here that we learn from everybody and everything. So, and these things you women spoke about this evening, my wife has been blaming me for this. She keeps saying that African men don't do these things like give roses, take their women to restaurants, always want to cook at home, and don't take their women on vacation and things like this. So when a lot of women came up to say this, that's what changed my mind. But then, again, let me come now. I still know that a lot of my children also, my boys also tell me that I still know very well many African men you see that don't give their wives roses, that don't take their women to restaurants, happens as a result of their upbringing, poverty in Africa, and things like that. You don't blame them. Some people learn very quick. Some don't learn fast.
Believe me. I know what I'm talking about. Like, for example, you talk about a lot about, a value coming from money. Take her to the restaurant, buy her flowers, to go to the vacation. I think that is just a small thing what a really good woman wants to have in her marriage. The other value is seeing what she's doing, taking care of her, how can I say, mindset, speak with her. Doing the small things is good enough, but if you speak with her, taking her interests seriously, that is more a value.
That one, I'm a specialist in that field.
Okay. Let me speak. And if you have before 5 minutes ago a that mindset, where you said, in my days when I grow up, we don't do that. How did you teach your sons to be a good man? Because
my children were born here and they learned this system. Like I told you.
All the values come from home. All the good values come always from home.
No.
Bad values come from the street.
Okay. See now, because you see, these children, like, after a year, they celebrated their birthdays, they have friends, they celebrate birthdays in kindergarten, in Volksschule, in primary schools, secondary schools, and they go on holidays, on vacation. Even they call it feria. What they call it? They go on holiday in schools. They travel to Malta and the rest of them. So we, like me, growing up, I did not go to holiday.
You are not doing it with me.
Please, I'm
There
talking.
is not a value. Like my mom teach me to be a good without a man, a good woman. But how my mom, I know how to celebrate the stuffs from the kindergarten, celebrating birthday, Mother's Day, and so on and so on. But the good value, how to be an independent woman, she teach me that. What did you teach your boys?
I taught them a lot. I taught them a lot. I taught my boys a lot. If you see my boys, everybody is proud of me. They are grown, they are
That's a good
gentlemen.
question, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I said that she's making a very good points.
Okay, now let's hear from Jasmine, please. I think Jameen. I think Jameen. Let's hear from him. Okay. Is that Jameen?
Okay, he's not talking. Now I just want to say that I'm not against him 50-50.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be very fair and balanced. Yes. It's supposed to be very fair and balanced. And any man that want to be with you and say, I want to marry you, but we do 50-50. For me, it's not a good man.
Yeah, it's true.
A man, if you marry a lady, then you just leave the lady with her consent. Which means this man, one day if you are sick and you cannot do 50-50, will the marriage work?
No man will meet a woman and say we are going to do 50-50 in the marriage.
Some men do it.
No, maybe that man is primitive.
One man wanted to marry me, and then this man says that you bring your salary, I bring my salary.
The man is fake. Then abandon the man. Forget that kind of man.
Then what about one day this lady is sick and she cannot work, she cannot contribute? What will happen?
Leave you stranded.
No, that man.
And now men should know that women are educated, women are very women stand in society. We work hard, we have our own savings, we have plans, so we need a good responsible man. No more cheating. You cannot marry a woman and dating in Africa. You will be with your wife in the house, and in the night, hello baby, how are you? Hey, send me 50 pounds, send me 100 pounds. Then you are sending that lady in Africa money and then using this one in the house 50-50.
That's wrong.
One day,
Of course.
one day, your woman here that my husband marry a wife in Africa. African men, if you want respect, I want to speak to all African men. If you want African women to respect you, you have to first respect yourself and then treat African women with dignity and respect. Love African women. The way you treat white ladies we used to see. You hold hands inside the bus. You hold hands in restaurant. You make sure that your wife fix eyelashes, fix her nails,
Exactly.
have good body. Why can't you treat your own sisters like that? You don't even hold hands on the street with your own black sisters. So you African men should start manning up and take their responsibility. We will help them. We are not lazy.
We are not.
We are not lazy because we know that those days has gone where you leave a man to do everything. Those days is gone now. Everybody wants something.
So
Yeah, so I will stop mine here.
you made valid points. You spoke very well. Even a lot of people agree with you. No. You see, Shishi, you don't say I don't like wigs. Yes, I don't like wigs, but then she made valid points, and a lot of women who came up this evening spoke. Made sense, a lot of sense. And going forward, I'm going to make a lot of videos about these things, how African men treat their wives. I'm going to use it to create awareness. Like I always say, we are students and we learn every day. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to make special videos about it. I will post it tomorrow, and then people will listen to the video and we move. So that is it. So guys, you know, we can learn from
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, yes, you guys are right. I totally agree with what you people
Yeah.
said.
African men, we are not saying all of them are not lovely, but I can say the 80% of African men need to really sit down and think about it, please, because the way they treat African women is not right. That's why many divorces. Because if you want to treat your woman like Africa, how you treat her in Africa and bring her in Europe, where is human right, it will not work. And then after you say, oh, my woman, I bring her, she leave me. She don't want to respect me again. But you know that maybe there she was just managing because she have nowhere to go with
Yeah,
her kids. That's why she sick for you. But here, she know that she can be helped.
Yeah, I think the most problem are,
That's the difference. And this still now African men don't want to understand this and change.
but I promise now I'm going to make a video about it. Excuse me. I promise now I'm going to make a video about it tomorrow and I post it online. I'm going to post it on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And your duty is to share it to go viral so that African men can hear it. I
Now I'll
promise.
be joining your live. Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm going to make a video about these things we spoke tonight, and I'm going to post it online and just share it for people to, hear our voices.
Yeah, even some of them will want to buy land and they said their wife that 50-50, I say only my name will be on the land document. Is that fair? You said 50-50, then your name and my name supposed to be on the land document.
You said you want to buy land. All these things we've spoken about, maybe you are joining us live for the first time. We've spoken about these things a lot, but we are going to rerun the program once again later in future. These things we've
Yeah, no
spoken.
problem. Thank you. Let me come down.
No problem. We've spoken about buying properties between husband and wives, and we are going to rerun it again.
Yes.
And
The two names supposed to be there. The two names, the wife and the woman name.
like
All supposed to
me,
be on that document.
why I bought my wife's name and my name is written on the documents.
Very good. Very good.
She's here, she can attest to it. So I don't do even without her telling me, I did it automatically. And I'm going to tell you guys why I did things like this. So,
but it's dangerous though. It's dangerous though.
No,
Why?
it's not dangerous.
Why is dangerous? Just wait. Why?
Okay, listen. I know, but listen though. Listen though. So me, I run a business here. I'm from Germany. I run a business in the USA, in California. I got 3 trucks. And then for some reason, I don't know, once the money start coming in, my wife started getting weird. You feel what I'm saying? Talking about divorce situation. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of dangerous. You feel me? You know
It's not dangerous.
Both members in it.
Jamin, tomorrow we are going to talk about, I go live tomorrow, I will tell you why it is important.
If your wife put her money, the time you were buying it, did she put her money?
No. It was all my money because I got it from my parents.
Then that's your own mistake. If it is your money alone, then put your name alone.
But even if the wife did not put any money.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it because that's your wife. But for some reason, I've been experiencing this. I'm from, you know what I'm saying? I was raised, like I said, I was raised in England. And then I went to school in Germany. Now I'm in California. And for some reason, once the money starts coming in, they start talking about divorce. And then you be like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, but you have to respect if a woman say divorce. You have to respect that.
Hey, of course I respect that. Of course, there's nothing wrong with respecting. But hey, those are all my assets. Those are all my assets.
No, but the law will divide it. The law will divide your assets. If you sleep with a woman for 10 years, 5 years, you want to divorce her with empty hand, that wouldn't work.
But why divide? California rules.
Why?
Laws.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
So, let's hear from Kut's date. Let's hear from please. Let's hear from Kut's date. I just brought the person up now. Let's hear from Kut's date, please.
Good evening.
You're welcome. People are listening to you.
Yeah. With regards to assets, I think personally that if you have properties, it's better you don't include your wife as
Good.
part of the owner. I have done that and I lost over 16 million. This is by experience.
You said you did what?
I did that. I included my wife in my assets
Okay.
legally,
Okay.
and the whole thing was turned before I knew it.
What happened?
Yeah, she just felt she was not happy, and she had access to the documents, and she sold them. Now we went to court. Court said, in as much as she was part of the ownership setup, all right, and she's my wife, then it is within the ambit of the law to do that.
Yes,
So,
you know, it depends
so
on.
if you made a mistake of doing that, in fact, you signed off your entire assets. It was later, you know, some lawyers now sat me down, explain everything to me. You don't do this. You don't. All right? And especially with properties. Especially with properties, you don't do this. Okay? And moreover, you should also ensure your documents are with you and not with someone else. All right? Many men don't understand. I never understood this until I faced that problem. All right? And, eventually, the whole thing was settled. In fact, I bought the whole loss, the entire loss. We settled out of court. But all the assets are gone. They were sold.
This is another side of the story now.
All right? So, as a man...
Sorry to interject, sir. So where were you when the assets were sold? I mean, if both names were on the property, I'm sure somehow, your signature or your notice would be required.
Exactly. You see, in Africa, I'm telling you what I experienced. This battle was on for almost a year. So whatever thing I'm saying, I've gone to court. In fact, I changed my lawyer 3 times over the same issue. Because lawyers...
Sorry, so the property was in Africa. We need to understand it because some of us understand the law as well.
Yeah. The properties were
so it was in Africa.
Yes.
So when there are 2 names on a property, how can only one person then sell it whilst you are still alive?
That is where the issue is. It can be sold. It can be sold.
Once you are alive.
Now, not that you are allowed. If the person has access to the documents.
No. I'm saying while you are alive, I can understand if one party is deceased, then the remaining of the property automatically.
I was overseas, all right, and I felt that the document should be at home with my wife.
Okay.
I can't bring those documents here or wherever I was then, except from my own house.
But let me come in now, sir. Let me come in now, sir. You know, if 2 names are in the property document, let me come.
Yes.
The 2 signatures must sign before that property will be sold. Now, let me come, please. Let me come, please.
Because they require signature.
Let me come, please.
Wait, please, can you? This is what I went through. Have you ever gone through a divorce? Have you ever gone through these property litigations? Have you gone through property litigation? If you don't have...
Well, not in Nigeria, so that's what we want to understand.
What you see, that is why, you see, I think we got these wrong notions. Most of these wrong notions, especially from Nollywood. You understand? But in actual fact, the way it goes with the law is much different from most of the assumptions we have. And sometimes we use this American system, British system, with our own law. No, it's different. When they start telling you all these Marriage Act, the Change Marriage Act and what have you, you discover that a lot of things are not the way you think they are. Okay? So if you haven't gone through that, if I hadn't gone through that system or the problem, I wouldn't have understood that there were certain intricacies with things that we do not actually understand.
Yeah, that's true.
That somebody is with that document, with not a forged document, with an original document. All right? Yeah. With your original, I've seen brothers.
With the original document, when they see two names, did they ask of the other party?
Right? Whose names, please, madam, listen to me. I have seen brothers whose names appear on a particular document, and one brother sold the entire property.
In Nigeria.
Right? Now, this is it. Until you go through the litigation relating to this matter, you might not understand most of the legal intricacies involved in kind of disputes.
Well, you cannot assume that because you don't know people's background and experiences.
Right.
Madam, allow this man to...
Madam, please, let him say. Let's hear from him.
When things are not correct.
When you finish, you can be able to chip in. Allow him. He has gone through all those things. Allow him to express himself there.
Right.
Not only him now, other people have gone through.
Yeah, I understand. Allow him to express himself.
All right.
Understand?
Okay. This is what is still affecting
Thank you.
Now. So, if I'm telling you this is what I have observed, I went to the High Court. Imagine, even in the High Court, they made sure that it was a female judge who was going to decide the case. I'm telling you what I experienced. All right? So, most of these things that we talk about regarding marriage, properties, and what have you.
Please, if you're not speaking, if you're not talking, you mute your telephone, please. Mute your telephone. Let's hear from the man, please. We are learning.
All right. If you have any assets, the best thing in order to avoid litigation, one, make sure your documents are in your possession. Okay? Then make sure that you are the only owner, all right, and only signatory to that. Otherwise, there might be complications. If you your money, I was able to prove that the whole thing was mine. I bought the entire thing with my own money. I proved that.
They can even break up the prenup. They can even break the prenup. I just found out. If you marry.
So, concerning that, I think the best thing to do is to make sure. It does not mean your wife cannot have access to your properties, but document-wise, put yourself in a bit more of a way to secure your asset by making sure it is only your name that appears there. Yeah, don't give your documents to anyone. Don't give it to anyone.
Now, let me come inside.
Okay.
You know, you spoke about putting yourself at an advantage. That is when only your name appears in the property documents. Now, when two names, like the husband and the wife's name, are in the property documents, whenever they want to sell that property, like if me and my wife, if both of our names are in the property documents, I cannot travel to Africa to go sell the document, sell the property without my wife's signature.
You can.
Let me come. Let me come. Just listen. Let me come. Wait, let me come. My wife cannot go behind me and sell the property without my consent. Let me tell you what happens if she does it. Now, if she sell that property without my consent, without my signature, and I find out, I'll go to court and I'm definitely going to win it because that is betrug. That is, she sold it without my consent because I'm a co-owner to that property.
That's fraud.
That's fraud. And I will not, I'm going to 100% win in that court. And that is how it is. I've made inquiries and I know that it is like that. Maybe.
You know what? Now, let me but there was one issue though. There's one issue.
Okay.
The issue is, because
Please be loud. People are not hearing you very well. People are here to learn, please.
Okay, so the issue is, for some reason, if you have a good lawyers, there is a way they're gonna break it. Because there's a way you can break the prenup. I just found out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what the prenup is.
I know what a prenup is, yes.
Yeah. So
where your wife becomes co-owner of the thing, you share the property equally. Yes, I know what's prenup.
Yeah. I just found out through my lawyer that even prenup can be broken, and that's crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the issue is that there's always way people gonna find a way to do what they want to do, and they're gonna be successful.
Exactly. And the law is back. No.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, now NK for life.
You want to buy a property, and there are two names, right? Please, this is a legal thing, okay? You are talking about you've had experience. Other people have had experience as well. Okay. When there are two names on a property, you've seen it, the document, and you are saying this is Mr. and Mrs. John, and now Mrs. John wants to sell the property. Is anybody asking where is Mr. John? Is he dead? That's my question. Except Mr. John's signature was forged.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is law, man.
Yes, that's it.
That's the issue. Yeah, go ahead.
Either Mr. John's signature was forged, because you cannot, when two people own a property, one person cannot sell it without the other person's consent.
Are you considering the fact that they are husband and wife? Wait, you see?
Of course, and they're both living, except Mr. John is deceased. Except Mr. John is late. Except Mr. John is late, then Mrs. John can sell. Okay? You're telling people with different background. I'm a criminologist. I have a criminology degree. And I did law as well.
Criminology.
Because of my criminology, I did law. So Mr. and Mrs. John own a property. Now, excuse me, criminology also involves law.
Please, let's allow NK for life to speak. Let's hear from her.
Mrs. John own property.
Psychologist. You see, I'm a psychologist. I've done correctional law. I've done correctional psychology. I've done what is it called? So you see, in some cases, when it comes to marital act, the changed marital act in Nigeria, there are certain instances, there are certain things that favor the woman. All right? If you go through the marital act, you will see some of these things. And the lawyer will tell the woman, say this, say that, say it doesn't pay, probably there has not been money for food, he has been doing this, he's been going out with women, you know.
Child support.
At the end of the day, with those excuses, all right, I'm telling you, that property is sold, That property is sold.
Okay, please, can we hear from NK for life? Let her express so that we can learn. Please, NK for life, say your own mind, please.
Yes, sir. So basically, yeah, we all have, we're all educated, thanks be to God, and experience. So my simple analogy, I'm not saying I'm a lawyer, I'm saying I have legal training. Anyway, so Mr. and Mrs. John own a property. Now Mrs. John comes to sell the property. When the document is presented, whoever is buying is seeing, okay, so madam, where is Mr. John? Mrs. John is either going to say, oh, Mr. John is late, he's diseased, he's passed away, he's dead. Therefore, all the rights are now, the matrimonial home right belongs to Mrs. John. Then she has the right to sell property. So that's what I'm saying, that either Mr. John's signature was forged, or it was, which is fraud. It is fraud. Because if somebody is alive, you are claiming that he's not, or you go and forge somebody's signature, that is forgery. That is fraud. End of. Simple case. That's fraud and forgery. Okay? Your signature was forged at some point. Because if I want to buy a property and I'm seeing two names, and only one person is appearing, excuse me, where's the other signatory now? Come on, this is simple. This is common sense now. This is common sense. You're either going to tell me Mr. John is late, Mr. John has died, therefore, as Mrs. John, I have the matrimonial right to sell the property. End of story. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, that's it, man.
Yeah, it's a world, man. This world is full of too much BS, man. Like I said, the people always find a way to do things regardless of what the law says. You know what I mean?
When you face the situation, you will know law is very flexible. Law is highly flexible. And when they tell you and cite some part of the law concerning the issue, then you will discover that the best thing you can do is to make sure your documents are in your possession. If you want to share your property with you can decide to let her have her home. But that you should have it should be joint ownership. That is where the problem is. All right? Because law is this is what you will hear about law. When you come to the practice of the law, then the whole thing changes.
Yeah, but if you want to share,
I understand you, sir. Sorry, can I speak with you, sir? I understand you that the woman can cite circumstances. For example, saying you have not been caring for the family, you have not been paying students' school fees, the woman has borrowed money to pay children's school fees, therefore she needs to cover this cost. Yeah? So there can be circumstances. Yeah? You know, so I get that. Maybe she got a lawyer to twist those things. So I agree with you, sir. That, you know, the woman can present some circumstances to say, you've not been a father, you've not been providing, you've not been what. Therefore, you know, she has borrowed money, she has gone to bank to borrow money to send your children to school and all these kind of things. Therefore, they need to recover those loans. So, you know, lawyers can twist that. I'm not arguing. But my other argument now, my number 2 argument is, if you do not put the name of your wife, when I say wife, your legal wife, on your property, God forbid, the man passes away. At the end of the day, who does the property fall back to?
Your kids, your children.
To your legal wife.
Your children.
Your legal wife. Huh?
Your children. Your kids.
Your kids, automatically. Are you correct?
Your children.
On culture anyway.
But you have your wife, oh. You have your legal wife. I'm not talking about living partner. You have your wife married legally. Yeah, and she's alive.
Yeah, but if you don't put her name on there, it goes automatic on your children. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't put her name there.
Is that American law or what?
California, pretty much. The USA.
Okay. So this is different in every circumstance. In Nigeria, it could be different. In the UK, it could be different. You know, so we need to know what the law says in various jurisdictions. You understand? In Nigeria, if a man passes away, automatically, you know, and he has a surviving wife.
You know, in some cases,
he falls on her, and then
there are.
But what if he has like 10 wives? Well, what's going to happen then?
Then it's split, depending. If he's a Christian, if he's a Muslim, it's split. Yeah.
Maybe the wife know that he have a side chick somewhere and he get him her pregnant. That's why the wife get angry and sell all this.
That one too will come and claim. Yeah. That child also has the right to claim on the father's property. Yeah.
That's why the wife sell everything, because the wife cannot just go angry just like that on you and sell all your houses. There must be a reason.
Complicated.
And the reason will never be said here.
You see?
At the end of the day, the only person that is winning is the lawyer.
He should say the reason why the wife just get up one day and sell everything. There must be a reason.
Yeah. But
you know, men cannot be treating African women like before the olden days. Get you pregnant, 4, 5 children, and dump you in the house. Go to the other woman there. No.
Mommy,
those days has gone now. That cannot be possible anymore.
The same thing. I think that things everywhere. It's not just in Africa. Even the US.
White people do it too.
Exactly.
Maybe this man was having side chick somewhere and get the side chick pregnant and taking care of the side chick. The wife get angry and sell everything.
Well,
this is okay. Answer, is that the case?
So if the man had a side chick outside the marriage, so the wife has the right to pawn the husband's properties.
Yes, even if I will even sell you and your side chick.
According to you.
Add in the house. I will sell you, sell your side chick, and sell everything you own.
Anyway, it's not really like that. It's not like that. It's nothing like that, number one. Then secondly, you may try it with men who are stupid. You understand? Try that with men who are stupid. Men who are smart, if you try that, I'm telling you, you may see yourself at the back of the yard. All right? So, but anyway, in my own case, it was not like that. All right? It was not like that at all. At all. It was not like that. I don't believe in suffering. I was brought up by a woman. Incidentally, my mom was divorced herself. She was a divorcee. So somebody who was brought up.
So when you now approach your wife, what was her reason for selling the property?
Good question. Good question.
You know, it's a private issue. Like I told you.
Oga lawyers stay here now. Oga, what did your wife say for reason for selling property?
It's a lawyer.
Like I told you,
lawyer.
It's a private issue. When he mentioned the issue of property, that was why I cited my own example.
Okay.
All right, so it's a confidential information.
All right.
The issue of property I mentioned is 50-50. I said if you want to buy a land with your husband, 50-50.
Which kind is man? If you want to learn, let's learn properly now. Don't bring half story and come and give us now. Give us the whole story.
Yeah, 50-50. If I'm doing 50-50 with my husband.
If you want the whole story, you can tap him.
But now, let me come in now. See,
The only people that are winning.
can I please say something?
The people that are winning are the lawyers. The lawyers always win because they get paid a lot.
Let me please chip in something. You know, before a woman can go to that extent, there must be something that made her to go sell the property without informing.
I want to tell you something. I'm a psychologist. In fact, there was a time I did a psychology on women in the university. The reason may not actually be objective. It is the way a woman feels at the moment, and the kind of friends she has. Women believe so much in their friends. Incidentally, the woman we're talking about has so many friends in UK who also believe in something. You understand? So
Bad influence. Bad influence.
If the woman feels
So UK women now bad influence.
Women feel it is
Not all, no.
If she feels it is not enough for her, and her friends tell her she can. You have all these things. You have all these assets. You have it with you. You can do whatever thing you have with it. You have all the documents. No problem. Friends will galvanize her into doing that. It is after she has done it, she may now start regretting some of these things.
But she has children for you, right?
Yeah. This is a woman we've been together for years. All right?
So she knows that those are her children's inheritance now.
You see, what matters for women is how they feel at the moment. All right? Is how they feel at the moment.
Yeah.
All right? So
They're
if you
feeling.
feel
They're
that
feeling. Yeah.
what can secure her, or she feels insecure at a point, whatever way she feels, and she has the backing of her so-called friends. All right? Before she could even think about it, she's done it.
If
So when she sold it now, she now brought the money to you or what? She invested the money.
She was duped.
60 million. Don't be small money now.
You said she was duped, Oga?
Wait a minute. You said
This story gone change.
Oga, you said she was duped?
When initially she told me she was duped, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I did not. I said no. You are a smart woman. Who could dupe you?
her friend.
But she was duped.
You don't change.
That means
Then she was actually, after she sold the thing, she actually wanted to use the money to. In fact, she did not want to. In fact, the way she planned it, Not to meet her in Nigeria when I come back home.
Okay.
All right? Unfortunately, those who were smarter than her got it from her.
Wow.
Collected the money.
So she ended up not having the money.
No. She regrets it till today.
Wow.
You see, this is a lesson to everybody.
And you are still married, right?
Yeah, that's why I said, no, it's, there are certain areas I cannot go into.
Okay, so I respect that.
Man. So they duped her.
Wait, you
Of
still
course,
married?
those friends will organize
Yeah,
that. Man.
yes.
They go organize.
Oh man, you're a gangster, bro. I'll be gone.
This is too much now. This is
African men like complaining. Anytime African women are trying to bring issue, they will come and bring all issues.
Anyway, the story is still one-sided. I agree.
no. If they duped the woman, man, this is too sad, man. That is somebody's effort. Nah.
Maybe
What about if that's what she's just saying, isn't it?
You say what?
If she's a smart woman and she has smart UK friends, what about if it's just a cover-up to say she was duped?
Yeah. The man before the man would believe.
Definitely, you can't just tell me you were duped. I would have to make my investigation. I made my own investigation. All right. So when I was told initially that was what happened, I didn't believe it. I said, no, this woman is too smart to fall for
But she
such.
got friends, though. She got friends.
She got smart friends.
Got so many friends.
She got smart friends.
Now he's smart.
Yeah.
Hi, men. African men.
Well, guys.
Talking about African, I think she's a feminist. Are you a feminist? Are you a feminist?
I'm not a feminist. I'm a feminist. So any woman who says the truth, you are a feminist.
So guys, I want to bring this broadcast to an end. I appreciate everybody. Hello, please.
Men, start buying roses for your wives. Take care of your wives.
But why roses? Why roses?
Guys,
Show some love.
It's not love, though.
I want to.
That's love, of course.
But Jesus didn't say that's love, though.
What?
There's different ways to express love. I don't think
It's not only on the bed. African men only express love on the bed.
So guys, I want to say good night to everybody.
They just climb you, no kiss, no rub, no nothing. They just climb you.
So please, guys, I want to end this broadcast. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us this night, who contributed. You guys are great. You are all amazing. I learned a lot too. If you are not following this page, please follow the page on TikTok. You can rewatch this broadcast on YouTube at Uncle Roddy. I appreciate every one of you. Tomorrow, we are coming up with another interesting topic. We are going to look at this issue of husband and wife buying properties together. We are going to address this topic. So you will be given opportunity to come up and say your mind. So that's it. That's it. Frederick, do you want to say something or do I end the...
I just want to thank you for bringing up the topic. Understand? We will hopefully tomorrow we can be able to meet you again to listen to the new topic.
Thank you.
Happy to meet everyone tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. You are appreciated. And every other person that is online, if you want to say something briefly. If nobody want to say something, I want to say good night to everybody. Take care of yourselves. Don't drink too much alcohol. Don't smoke too much. And be at peace with all men. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Let me collect this roses finish. Thank you so much, guys.